Wow. Aaron Rodgers. MVP Aaron Rodgers will ink a $200 million deal that will make him the highest paid player in NFL history, getting a quote-unquote whopping $153 million guaranteed. He's remaining a Green Bay Packer. Now, there was a lot of speculation that he'd be potentially going to Tennessee, Pittsburgh, Denver, and I truly believe this was a tough decision for Aaron Rodgers, and I truly believe he was torn and he was wavering back and forth, but the man is staying in Green Bay. The man is getting a $200 million deal. The man, Aaron Rodgers, is getting $153 million guaranteed. You know for almost a certainty that Davante Adams is getting tagged, staying in Green Bay. This is good for Aaron Jones. This is good for A.J. Dillon. This is good for Aaron Rodgers owners in a sense because you know what to expect. And this is amazing news for Davante Adams, who was teeter-tottering on potentially losing some value walking into 2022. Because if Jordan Love was throwing him the pigskin, we would not be talking about Davante Adams being a number 3 or 2 or 1 or 4 or even a top 5 wide receiver in 2022 fantasy football. Adams would have dropped off quite a bit. But now we have Adams solidified as a top, you could say 1 to 5. I still have Jamar Chase, Cooper Kupp, and Justin Jefferson ahead of him, but you could easily argue without much pushback from any sane individual that Adams could be the 1 or 2. Like if you like Adams that high, there's nothing wrong with that. Davante Adams, a top 5 wide receiver lock. Let's leave it at that. Aaron Rodgers, a top 6 quarterback lock. Now, let's talk about the possibility that this is too much money. I love Aaron Rodgers. I love him. You guys know how much I support Aaron Rodgers. Appreciate everybody being here. Jordan, Jose, first in the building. But like this guy's a 38-year-old man, and you don't 100% know he's got that makeup, that genetic makeup that Tom Brady had. Like, it's possible he starts to decline in the next year or two. Probably not. And I think Aaron Rodgers has, a top 5, top 6 season this year. But it's crazy to think about the fact that a 38-year-old that they were trying to replace a couple years back, thinking they needed to start planning for the future. Are we going to move on from Aaron Rodgers? It's crazy to think about. As much as I love him and I think he's going to be phenomenal this year, it is crazy to think about. You just paid this man $200 million, $153 guaranteed, and he's 38 years old. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money for a guy that is 38 years old. I hope he stays healthy. I hope that the toe doesn't cause any problems. I hope this for all fantasy football worlds out there, and I truly believe he's going to have a phenomenal season. I'm just saying, like, let's talk about both sides. Let's be objective. Love A-Rod. He deserves it. He's earned it. He gets so much hate. I don't think it's warranted. I think this man deserved an opportunity to weigh out his options. He literally decided before the first day of the NFL season begins, he decides, and everybody's complaining and moaning and crying and saying this and saying that and talking bad about him over and over and over. Aaron Rodgers, such a baby. He's not. He was making a big decision, taking his time like he deserves to. Like every one of us would have dragged it out too. If anybody out there watching, ripping on A-Rod, calling him a drama queen, calling him this, calling him that, doesn't think that they would have taken their sweet time to decide this and make a decision like this. If you didn't think you would stretch it out as long as you could, you're fooling yourself. Aaron Rodgers did nothing wrong by waiting until right now to announce what he was going to do. This man gets way too much hate, and I think Aaron Rodgers, I think he made a quick decision. If you want my honest opinion, I think he made a quick decision. But what do we do now? What do we talk about now? What are we going to talk about now? I don't even know what we're going to do at this point moving forward. Talk about Deshaun Watson? What do you guys want to talk about? It kind of sucks. It's over. I'll be honest. I know a lot of you were tired of hearing about it, but were you really tired of hearing about it? Or did you just say you were tired of hearing about it? Because I honestly love smoke season for a lot of reasons. Number one, I get to shoot down rumors. Number two, I get to confirm rumors. Number three, I get to sift through all the garbage and tell you guys what I think has merit. And there's fun in that. There's excitement in that. And I think there's a lot of knowledge and a lot of things to gain by sifting through all the smoke and trying to decipher what is going to be good information, what's going to be bad, what's going to hold true. And this one had a lot of smoke. It did. But it wasn't Aaron Rodgers generated. If anybody thinks this man knew exactly what he wanted to do the whole entire time, they're joking. They're kidding themselves because this was a tough decision for him. You have a lot of potential like legacy building decisions to make here. Do I go to Denver and win a championship? Do I go to Pittsburgh and win a championship? Do I go to Tennessee and win a championship? Do I change scenery? Do I try and do this like Brady did in another city and bring a championship to another city and say, hey, that's my legacy. I want to build my legacy. Legacy's more important than money. Now, he's not going to turn down the money. Everybody's going to say it was about money. See, I told you it was about money. He got $200 million. But that doesn't mean it's about money. He deserved it. He earned it. That money is his, and he should be able to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. And Josh Allen will eventually get a bigger extension down the road. It's going to raise the market for all quarterbacks. This is going to piss off Kyler Murray quite a bit, if you know what I mean. Kyler Murray is complaining and crying. Juicebox Kyler Murray wants a big contract, even though he's not winning or showing leadership or maturity. He wants a contract. He wants 45, 50 million. I'm sure it's what he wanted right before this happened. And then Steve Keim, the GM for the Cardinals, and the head coach Kingsbury, the guy saying no to him. We're not giving you an extension, Kyler. We're not giving you an extension, pal. Oh, wait, hold on. Kyler, can you hold that thought real quick? Kyler's in their office right now. Kyler, hold on. Yeah, Steve Keim. Yeah, this is Kingsbury. They're both on their phones. Extension? Yeah, extension? Yeah, we'll go ahead and take those extensions. Bring them on in. We'll sign them in front of Kyler. Okay, let me sign my extension. Here you go. Kingsbury, sign your extension. Okay, let's get that off to the courier. Okay, Kyler, where were we? You wanted an extension? Oh, no, we're not giving you an extension. If anybody thinks this isn't going to burn Kyler to see Aaron Rodgers getting, at 38 years old, a $200 million deal with $153 guaranteed. If anybody thinks this isn't going to throw gasoline on the problem and see Kyler Murray ignite into flames even further, they're out of their minds. This is going to fuel the man named Kyler Juicebox Murray. He's going to be upset. And I've got my quad box crew texting me over and over. Guys, I'm in the middle of a live stream. Do you think I'm not live right now? Yeah, I'm on a live stream and yelling at you guys. I know I'm going to have to eat the hot chip challenge. I bet my boy Undercover NFL that I would eat a hot chip if Aaron Rodgers returned to Green Bay. And that's what this quad box crew's yelling at me for in this group text message right now. I'm live streaming, guys. Yeah, I got to eat a hot chip. We'll be doing that on Instagram Live. So if you're not following me, The Fantasy Football Show on Instagram, I'll be eating a hot chip. Not looking forward to that. And honestly, this stuff's unfolded differently. Like, I admit, I pegged Aaron Rodgers wrong from the beginning because I took what he had said from the beginning, what he had done last year, his actions, and I tried to paint a picture that really can't be painted for a man like Aaron Rodgers, who is unpredictable, does goes through different changes in his life. Now he's through this like 12-day fasting thing, and he's in all these kind of weird spaces. Like, to predict Aaron Rodgers, probably not the easiest thing to do. And I admit I'm going to take a lap. I'm going to take a lap on my early Aaron Rodgers is not returning to Green Bay talk. Where is my take a lap button? Can I even find it? I think this is it.
Take a lap.
So, yep, I from the beginning I thought he was going to leave, but Aaron Rodgers threw a curveball. It all had to come down to Adams. Something I think I miscalculated. I think I miscalculated how important and vital Adams was. If anybody's in here, I've seen a couple comments so far that say, "Hey, is Adams getting tagged? What's going to happen with Adams?" Adams. Adams is not going anywhere, because Rodgers would not stay if Adams was not staying. He would, and if Green Bay said, "Hey, we're not gonna retain it, Devontae," and he would say, "And we're not gonna trade you, Aaron Rodgers," because he would say, "Trade me then he would retire. Like, Adams is a guaranteed lock, a part of this deal. It's Adams is staying. Adams that's more guaranteed than anything, because Aaron Rodgers would not have made this move if Adams wasn't guaranteed a part of this. It's not even a question. Adams could get. I don't think Adams will get locked up too much more than the 3 years, maybe 4, Jamie. But they'll franchise tag him right now. I don't know that they have the money to make it work, but this cap can be moved around in all kinds of ways. But even if they don't do anything now, they will eventually extend him. Aaron Rodgers could potentially say, "Hey, I'm walking away after 1 year if you don't bring Adams back." You know what I mean? So Adams will be there for multiple years too. Rodgers wouldn't commit to 2 years if he didn't have Adams staying for both of the years. And I don't think Rodgers would have. I almost guarantee you that in the discussions, it was, "You're going to do right by Adams, and I'll do this deal, and you better stick to your word, or I'll walk away after 1 year. You stick to your word. You promise me that you're going to bring Adams in to some sort of long-term extension, at least a 2 or 3 year deal, maybe a 4, depending on how they have to stretch it all out to make it work. But Adams is 100% in Green Bay in 2022. A-Rod would not return, so let's stop with that whole narrative. But he is likely going to get taken care of, because Aaron Rodgers, that was very important to him. And I don't think he would have signed something for 2 years if they didn't say, "We're going to take care of Adams. Don't you worry, Aaron Rodgers. We're taking care of your boy." So this is great news for fantasy, though. I mean, as much as we wanted to see Aaron Rodgers in Denver for Javonte Williams' development, as much as we wanted to see Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh for Najee Harris's touchdown production and development and security, because we want him to have a quarterback, we want Javonte to have a quarterback, it's still very, very good. I mean, we can look at the positive. Like, Adams is here to stay, because there was a real opportunity or a possibility that Adams was going to get tagged and stay in Green Bay with Jordan Love throwing him the pigskin, and then Aaron Rodgers saying, "I'm out of here." And that would have been horrible for fantasy football. That would have been horrible. So this is a positive. There are positives here, of course. Now, the next thing we got to talk about is who's quarterbacking for the Pittsburgh Steelers, who's quarterbacking for the Denver Broncos. Can we get Watson out of Houston and get to one of those situations? That would be glorious for fantasy football production. Watson would be phenomenal for Denver. Watson would be phenomenal for Pittsburgh. And then if not, Malik Willis would be phenomenal in Pittsburgh. He'd be good in Denver too, but I think he'd be phenomenal in Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh's new game plan and Denver's new game plan is to go hardcore at Deshaun Watson. You know, to the point where it's safe though. They can't give up too much. I don't think they could go the 3 first rounders. I think Houston's going to have to let their foot off that they can't strong arm teams into giving 3 first rounders with all the legal mess surrounding Watson. So they're going to have to back off that a little bit. If they could take 2 first rounders, maybe Denver would take the risk. Maybe Pittsburgh would, but I think Pittsburgh they got their eye on Malik Willis, and a lot of other teams do too, though. They may have to trade up. And I have the NFL draft order right here. I'll pull it up and toss it on screen, and we could take a look at what the potential, trade up would have to be. So we got Pittsburgh, let's see. Jacksonville, no quarterback needed. Detroit, definitely possible. Houston, they're going to either go with Mills or they're going to play Deshaun Watson, who is going to get paid $35 million no matter what, unless he somehow gets released because his cases go criminal, which 10 of them are being looked at, possibly probed, and information gathered to potentially move forward in a criminal fashion. If that happened, the NFL would immediately put Watson on the exempt list, and that would be bad for Watson. Watson may never play again, or at least wouldn't play 2022 if it's criminal. But we're still awaiting that, and the 10 cases may not go criminal. So Houston's not going to draft a quarterback. They got Mills and they got Watson to try and trade. Jets obviously aren't drafting a quarterback. The New York Giants, I suppose they could, but they're probably not going to. I think Dable's going to try to work with Danny Dimes. There's talk about bringing Wentz in and all these different rumors if Wentz was to get released, or this and that, or Jimmy G going to the Giants, and everyone's spreading all kinds of smoke rumors. But I don't know that they would draft a quarterback at 5. Like, would they draft a quarterback? Maybe, but you never know. Carolina, probably the most likely to take a quarterback so far inside the top 6. You're looking at the draft order right there. Carolina would take Malik Willis. They would. I think as of right now, they will take Malik Willis, in my opinion, if he was to fall. His stock is rising. Everybody's looking at Malik Willis as the in my opinion, he's the top quarterback. And I think that if Pittsburgh wants to get in the Malik Willis sweepstakes, they got to trade up into the 2, the 3, or the 5. The Jets will probably keep that pick, I imagine. They could trade down, but I think the Jets will probably keep that pick. Houston could trade it. Detroit could trade down. Detroit's notorious for making some strange decisions, and they could trade down. Could they take Malik Willis? I guess they could. Yeah, they could. They could be. He might go too. You might have to trade up to Detroit to ensure you're going to get him, because if you don't, Detroit could take him. Yeah, there's a couple good quarterbacks, but there's no way Malik Willis falls to the Pittsburgh Steelers number 20 overall pick, but I know they want him. I know they want him bad, so I could see them trading up. Denver is at the 9 spot. They're not going to get him if Carolina's sitting there. Between Detroit at 2 and Carolina at number 6, I don't think Denver's going to be able to get him. Denver might take the second or third best option, though. I could see them sitting there. I could see them trying to trade up as well. But I think Pittsburgh might get aggressive. Pittsburgh and Denver need quarterbacks badly. They both are in win now mode, in my opinion, other than the quarterback spot. Pittsburgh and Denver better get aggressive. Denver has missed on quarterbacks so many times in a row, so many years in a row. I believe they will get ultra aggressive. Pittsburgh, I think they could be a little more patient, but they'd be smart to move up and grab Malik Willis. They would be very, very, very smart to do that. I think both teams will, again, like I said, go after Deshaun Watson pretty hardcore to a degree, because it's reckless to go after him, and give up 3 first rounders, which is the current asking price. And for those of you just joining, Aaron Rodgers, according to reports, anything could happen. Anything could happen. But there's going to be some reports that maybe, hey, it isn't official yet. But everything that I'm looking at, there's tons of reports, multiple reports, both Rappaport, Schefter, everybody's reporting it. Again, the Packers and MVP quarterback Aaron Rodgers have agreed to terms on a 4-year, $200 million deal that makes him the highest paid player in NFL history. Sources say he gets a whopping 153 guaranteed, and his cap number goes down. A monstrous commitment, says Ian Rappaport, by Green Bay for years to come. I think he plays 2. As I said. I think he plays 2 years. I don't know that he plays 4. Maybe he plays 2 or 3, but I don't think he could play 4. You never know. Tom Brady. People say that about Tom Brady. I remember Tom Brady, I want to say it was like 2000. God, was it 2014 or 15? People started talking about it in fantasy. I remember whispers. People would say, yeah, he's done. He's got his final year or 2. So you never really know. But I can't imagine he's wavered enough, right? This year, last year, potential retirement. I don't think you do that 2 years in a row to then go on and play 4 more years. But you never know. Sometimes you have that itch for retirement for a long time. And then you shake it, or you start feeling good, or in Aaron Rodgers' case, you start getting a certain kind of shape or body condition. He's doing all this weird stuff. And maybe he's going to feel younger than ever, and he's going to be like, I feel fresh and I don't want to retire anymore. Who knows? He didn't want to stay in Green Bay. Like, he was adamant about leaving Green Bay. Take a year off my contract. Vow that you will trade me at the end of 2021 because I don't want to play 2021 for you guys. You did me wrong. You slighted me. You took Jordan Love. You didn't ask me. You didn't even send me a text or a phone call. I want out. I want out. I want out. What does he do? He signs a 4-year deal today, or he will. That's going to pay him $200 million, which he could have got the highest paid money in another location. So it wasn't about the money. Anybody saying it's about the money, if they don't think he could have went to Denver or Pittsburgh and still gotten paid bank to the max, it's not about money. It's about, I think, the only family. This guy's estranged, and I don't know if he's repaired relationships with his brother or his family. He may have. I can't speak on that, but there have been numerous reports that Aaron Rodgers, and money doesn't talk, Kenny, necessarily, because like I just said, I mean, it talks, but it's not the driving force here, because he would have got paid wherever he went. Like, this isn't just Green Bay's offering this, and the Pittsburgh Steelers and Denver Broncos couldn't come close to matching it. He would have gone there if he felt like he wanted to move, change offenses, start over. I think I really believe, I know a lot of people are going to think this is crazy, but I really believe that much had to do with the relationship that he's currently in. And that ended, and you thought, okay, this guy's going to want a fresh start somewhere. Then they got back together. He's wavering back and forth. You got to think it had it weighed heavily on him, and had some influence. I mean, relationships have influence on everything. I mean, think about your jobs. Like, you definitely have there's some outside factors that are at play. 82 in here, 30 likes. Hit the thumbs up button, says Terry. Yeah, we got 82 to 100 people popping in and out of here during this live breaking Aaron Rodgers signing a $200 million 4-year deal with the Green Bay Packers live stream. And we need some more thumbs up. So can we get the 82 to look a little bit, the 30 to look a little more like the 82, says Terry. Punch the thumbs up, wipe your feet, smash it, annihilate the thumb up button. Just hit it. Just hit it. We were bamboozled. No, we weren't. Like, I know a lot of people are going to say that, and Mr. TD, I'm not mad at you for it, but he made a decision. He was at a fork in the road. He's like, I could go here or go here, and he picks here, and everybody says, I knew it. I knew he was bamboozling us. I knew he knew it all along. Like, it was still a possibility. Like, he was weighing it out. Maybe he did come to a conclusion Thursday night 100%, and he waited until Tuesday, just in case he changed his mind. Would you not do that, Mr. TD? If you didn't have to force it, you know what I'm saying? You would have waited too. Why make an early decision you don't need to make when the season, he's doing it the day before the season begins? And that's smart, and that's very, very nice of him. And I think people need to say, hey, A-Rod, nice work, pal. Okay? You did the right thing. You made the right call. You did it before teams needed to make these moves and decisions. Like, Aaron Rodgers gets no credit for that. Like, he in my opinion expedited this process, and people like to rip on him. People like to rip on him. Constantly. It's crazy. Let's see here. Denver and Pittsburgh scrambling now. Matt, yep, we covered that pretty extensively already. Watson will be on their list. Then I think it's Malik Willis. I think he's going to... No, it's not Jimmy G. No one's resorting to Jimmy G. Oh, let's go to plan Z or plan Y. Not plan A, B, C, D, E, D. No, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. No, it's Z. Jimmy Z. It's the last option. He's literally a bottom 5 or 7 quarterback in the NFL. So no, I don't think everyone's scrambling to deploy Plan Jimmy G. Plan B. No. Yeah, so as I said, Pittsburgh's got to trade up to the 2 pick to get Malik Willis. Denver's got to trade up to the 2 pick because Detroit might take him at number 2 overall. I tried to text Smitty. You changed your number. No, Mark, I didn't change my number, and I've been waiting for your text, pal. So send it on over. Try again, Mark. I don't know why you're not getting through. Matt, I'll send you a text when I'm done, Mark. I'll send you a text, okay? This is huge for AJ Dillon's dynasty value. Yeah, it is. And guess what? I believe I don't know the exact amount, but I believe Aaron Jones is guaranteed a bulk of money. So this will probably be Aaron Jones's last season with the Green Bay Packers. Mark this down right now. Aaron Jones is guaranteed a whole bunch of money walking into 2023 that the Packers, I don't think, will want to pay. And they're already looking at A.J. Dillon as a 50-50 type running back at this point. He could take over by the end of the year. Who knows? Aaron Jones will probably get cut in 2023, heading into the 2023 season. So start buying and accumulating your A.J. Dillon shares because he will probably be the starting running back for the Green Bay Packers and entering 2023. This will be the last year, I think, that Aaron Jones is a Green Bay Packer. That's my prediction. So scoop up all of the A.J. Dillon shares you can in Dynasty. Let's roll. A.J. Dillon season. Go get Madison. Go get Pollard. These 3 handcuffs, these super handcuffs are still super handcuffs. Tony Pollard, A.J. Dillon, and Alexander Madison can win leagues in 2022. Just like they helped us not as much as we wanted in 2021, but they certainly delivered the power at times and showed how good they can be. So let's roll. Mr. TD, we covered this already too. I'm sure you just joined us because we covered a lot of what you're saying. Adams, you could easily rank him 1. I don't change my top 3, but Adams is definitely locked into the top 4 for me now. He's number 4. I have him over Hill. So Hill was 4. Now Adams is 4. I still got Chase. I still got Jefferson. I still got Kupp above Adams. But you could easily say they're all kind of tied. You could easily say Adams is the tied number 2 wide receiver, the 3, the 1. I wouldn't have a problem with anybody putting Adams as the 1. Doug, of course, because I say go get A.J. Dillon, Doug says A.J. Dillon isn't good. Doug, there's water in the ocean, Doug. Did you know that? There's water in the ocean. Your move, Doug. Your move. Contradict me, Doug, because that's what you love to do. A.J. Dillon, go get him. A.J. Dillon isn't good. Like, Doug, why are you here, Doug? Do you like my content at all? I don't understand. Doug, there's water in the ocean. Your move, Dougie. Okay, there's 0 chance A-Rod stays in Green Bay, Smitty. I know. Look, I took my lap at the beginning of the show. There felt like 0 chance at the time. Everything added up. Everything was adding up, but the one thing I didn't consider is that Aaron Rodgers is one of the most unpredictable human beings on the planet, let's be honest. But I did say this. At the beginning of the offseason, I have lessened up on that, though. Like, I admitted for about a week now that it feels 50-50. Because a lot of what he said about Devontae Adams changed my thinking. because he's so worried about Devontae. He feels responsible for Devontae. He's Devontae's advocate. He wants to do right by Devontae, and he knows if he leaves Devontae hanging on a franchise tag, a lot of it was about the tag. Like, I know a lot of people are going to not say this isn't true, but I can't prove it. But if, let's say, the Green Bay Packers didn't tag Adams, like if they said, hey, Aaron Rodgers, we're not tagging Adams, he would have left. He would have left. And I don't think he would have left because he wouldn't have had a weapon. That would have been one component of it for sure. But he only stayed mainly because of Adams. Adams was tied up, franchise tagged. And I think if they both could decide, hey, let's sign in Green Bay together or go to Denver or go somewhere else that could afford him, let's say, they would have chose to go. I think they 100% would have said, let's get out of here and go. But because Adams was handcuffed to Green Bay, I really believe that's why Aaron Rodgers stayed. And so I feel like that's where it was in hindsight, it's more clear because he started to reveal more and more about how important Adams' role. You'd ask him, are you staying? He goes, well, you know, Adams could still get tagged. He started saying that a lot. Like if you notice when he's interviewed about it, he'd do it multiple times. He'd be like, so when do you think you'll make your decision? A lot has got to happen. You know, Adams could get the tag. Like it was all about Adams. He started to realize it all revolved around Davante Adams. I firmly believe, and I'll never be able to prove it, that if they both were free agents, total free agents, they would have said, let's get out of here. Let's go. Let's go somewhere together. They would have left, but Adams couldn't. Adams couldn't leave. No Najee times A-Rod. I know, it's sad, but maybe Malik Willis or Watson will be commanding that offense in Pittsburgh in 2022. Dougie says AJ is average. Dougie, you haven't answered me. There is water in the ocean. Am I wrong? You've never agreed with me, Doug. So I'm looking to see if you might on that one. Adams is his boy. To be fair, I mean, there's nothing to be fair about. Of course, he helped make him. Now Adams is his own man. Now Adams could survive as an elite wide receiver. Period. But Rodgers had a lot to do with sculpting him. It was a crime of passion. Bro, Aaron Rodgers is staying in Green Bay. Wow. Yes, he is, Ozzy. Welcome to the live stream, Ozzy. well, late to the party, Ozzy. You're 32 minutes late. Judy probably would have got traded to Green Bay, though. Ha ha. And ended up with Love, says Matt. I really wonder if Judy's going to develop. I wonder if Devontae Smith's going to develop. I wonder if Judy's going to develop. It's really, really, really tough imagining these guys growing and becoming the players they could be, because I think Judy is an amazing route runner, but he needs the football. I think Devontae Smith is an amazing wide receiver that has a lot of upside that people definitely. Doug. I don't know if Doug has to be trolling. There's no way a human being would actually believe this. Murray should get paid more than Rodgers. There's no... Doug, you officially proved you're trolling. So at least we know Doug's trolling. I wasn't sure. I thought maybe he was serious, but I know for a fact he's trolling now. So at least we'll just. Wow. Fraudler Murray, Kyler Murray, Juicebox Murray, Juicebox Kyler Murray. He's got a lot of names. Adams. Anybody have Adams as the number one overall wide receiver again? Who's got Adams number one? Roll call on Adams number one. Let's go. Are we going to see 10 first round wide receivers this year in the draft? I don't think 10, but it will be a lot, bro. It will be a lot. Yeah, I mean, Watson's probably a first rounder now. The kid from North Dakota State that played with Trey Lance. I mean, the Niners kind of wanted him. A lot of Niners fans are like, yeah, let's pair Trey and Watson together like Jamar Chase and Burrow, but that's not going to happen because now Watson having such an amazing combine, vaulting into probably some team's number 3 wide receiver. He probably did. He did that good at the combine. So Watson probably vaulted into the first round. And that was a guy that was probably thought to be like a late second rounder. So if he can get into the first round, imagine how many will be. At least 5 to 7, I would imagine, are going to go in the first round. So we'll see. We'll see. Adams number 1 says Terry. Adams number 1 says big play. Jefferson going to be moved around like Cup. I believe Jefferson's going to go off and have a fire season. Just absolute fire. Cup and Adams top 2. It's going to be fun to mock draft again. Adams is going to go a lot higher now that we know he's staying in Green Bay. Even in Dynasty. Like, as much as we wanted Javonte and Najee to benefit from this, right? We got to put that to bed. It's done. It's over. Unless something unravels and the news was totally premature or something crazy. But, I mean, we got to look at the positives. And the positives here are that Adams now has good dynasty value again. Because 2 years is all you got to worry about. Like, I'm okay with if your team's super young and you can't win now to plan for 3 and 4 years. Understandable. You know, context is everything. With Dynasty, redraft, anything, but especially Dynasty, context is everything. And if you're built for not the now, barely 2023 and more so 2024, 25, then yeah, I would probably trade Adams. I would get a CeeDee Lamb. I'd go get a Waddle. I would try and get extra stuff on top of that if you can. Maybe you can't. But Adams in Dynasty, he's still top 5 or 6 overall in Dynasty because 2 years is a long time. 2 years is a long time. Aaron Rodgers is probably playing at least 2 years. Devontae Adams is going to be an elite top 5 wide receiver for at least 2 years. So that's enough for me to say, I don't care about year 3 right now. And some Dynasty leagues fold after 2 years. So why not play for the money now? Why not play for the bag and worry about the future a little bit ahead? You know, don't wait till the end and a player's value drops off. Like, if you haven't traded Zeke yet in Dynasty, you're stuck. You might as well keep and hold him until the wheels fall off because you're going to get like a second or third rounder in a rookie draft for Zeke. You might as well just hold on to him in case he has half of a year and Pollard's banged up and he does something for like 6 straight games and you get something out of it and you cuff him to Pollard. You know, that's so you better already have Pollard. But if you have Pollard and Zeke, why trade Zeke if you're going to get like a late second rounder? Like, it's not worth it. You know, there's certain players that you can't trade. You got to trade at the right time. But with Adams, he's got at least 2 years left. And that's a long time in Dynasty, which makes him still a top 5 Dynasty wide receiver. You know, or top 6 at least, top 6, top 5 to 7 at the very minimum. So Adams, big bump. This is a good day for Devontae Adams shares. If you own Devontae Adams, you are ecstatic right now because you were flirting with the idea of Jordan Love tossing the pigskin. You were flirting with it, and it wasn't looking pretty. It wasn't looking pretty. Media hate for Rodgers is petty. I agree. It's ridiculous. It's unwarranted. I don't accept any of it. I think Rodgers is a little arrogant and a little strange. And yeah, maybe he likes attention, but he's a quarterback. You know, wide receivers, quarterbacks, you know, sometimes running backs too, but especially wide receivers and quarterbacks, you know, they command different attention and different personalities. And, you know, I think people need to relax on Aaron Rodgers. It's a little ridiculous. Love is better than Rodgers. Now we know you are a complete a fictional character, Doug, here on the show. Complete fictional. I used to take a little of his comments seriously. I thought he was really, really like believing this stuff, but that you were 100% proving you are just here. You are what everybody says Aaron Rodgers is, looking for just the attention, Doug. The attention. That's what Dougie wants. Okay. Debo over Adams in Dynasty. I mean, I'm not going to tell you to take a lap over it, and I can understand it, and it makes sense, and there's nothing wrong with it. But I probably rank Adams over Debo because I think Adams gives you that 2 years. Joel just been talking about it for the last 4 or 5 minutes here. He's top 1 to 5 in redraft. He's top 1 to 6 in Dynasty. Most people in here said 1 to 3 is about his ranking right now. Ariel says 1. Terry says 1. I say he's around 4, 3 to 4, because I still feel like Jamar Chase, Jefferson, Kupp, I think 2 of those guys will be the top 2 wide receivers, but I wouldn't put it past Adams. I mean, Adams could easily still be the number 1. Easily still be the number 1. The top 4 wide receivers are solid. They're all warranted in the top 4 to 8 overall in a fantasy football draft. Like if you're drafting right now, let's mock it out on the board here. If you're ranking wide receivers for 22 wide receivers, let's say this is a mock draft. So round 1, JT, Harris, and literally all the way down to 1.7. This right here, in my opinion, is where Chase, Kupp, Adams, and Jefferson live. Maybe 3 you put Eckler, maybe you don't, I don't know. But these 4 wide receivers, in my opinion, should live in the 1.3 to 1.7. Or 1.8. This is where these guys belong. And far too many people are just so hungry for running backs that they're willing to forego the best player available. And it just, it's something that I think I'm going to push and advocate for all season. Be like, hey guys, over and over and over, you're going to hear it. Don't be afraid to take a wide receiver. Don't be afraid to take a wide receiver once JT's off the board. Once Harris is off the board. I don't mind Eckler if you want to go Eckler. You can go Henry if you want at 3 or 4. I won't. You can go Cook if you want at 3 or 4. I will not. I would rather go Swift or somebody in round 2 that I like in that round 2, or go wide receiver. Like, I'm very, very okay with coming out of a draft with this kind of look. I will very, very much be okay going, let's just use Adams since he's the topic at hand. Adams, and with this pick, let's say you go, trying to think of let's say Adams, let's say Chase, because I think Chase could fall to the end of the first round, more likely than Adams now. So let's say you get Hill at the top, near the top of 2, you get Chase at the bottom of 1. So here's your round 1 pick, here's your round 2 pick. I love getting Walker with your 3 or 4 pick. I love the idea of that. And maybe you can land Breece Hall and Walker with your 3 to 4 round picks. Maybe that's the best approach. Like, does anybody in here feel like that does not look like a strong team? Jamar Chase, Tyreek Hill, Kenneth Walker, Breece Hall. Like, this may not happen because both these guys may go in the 3rd round. So you might have to replace, like, let's say you just took Hall or Walker and you took Josh Allen here. I'm not scared of that approach either. with my third rounder. If you want to go 0, come on, marker. These things are great. They never run out of ink for the longest time, but you do have to prime them a little bit. Let's say you go 0 RB. Now it looks great. It writes so well once you get it all set up. Let's say you go Breece Hall, Josh Allen. If you go 0 RB with your first, second, and third round picks and you have to start off with Hall and ETN, who doesn't like that team? Who doesn't like that team? Who doesn't think, yeah, you could go Debo here too. Let's say it's Adams. Let's say you do take Adams in round 1 and you take Debo in round 2. Who doesn't like that team? Josh Allen in round 3. Now, you don't have to go Allen. I'm just saying this is a true, 0 running back approach. Debo Adams, Josh Allen, Breece Hall, ETN, or instead of Hall, it's Walker. I love that approach. I'm not scared of the wide receiver in the first round, and I'm not scared of the wide receiver, and neither should you be scared of that. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all at 7 p.m. Eastern. This happened a little earlier than we thought. I may go live again later after he probably goes on the McAfee show, talks about all this, and maybe we have more news. Maybe something gets backtracked. I don't know. I have a feeling we're going live 3 or 4 times today. I just have a funny feeling that news is going to get crazy. Let me go ahead and actually look at some tweets real quick and make sure I'm not missing out on some stuff. From our breaking news coverage, the Packers want to keep Davante Adams and franchise tag is expected. That we kind of knew. That we knew. Let me see if there's anything else breaking at the current moment. Let me click on this here, refresh, and we'll see if we've got anything. Okay, that was the most recent thing. So Aaron told me, all right, this is amazing. I don't know what that is. Aaron Rodgers reached this is from the Pat McAfee show.
Called me. Okay. Whoa.
Okay.
For the first
Sources
time,
called him.
and said, "How you doing?" And I said, "Come on the show." He said, "I don't think so. Still in the middle of working, getting the whole thing together." The source said.
So, well, yeah, it looks like he's not going on the show today. I'm not sure. If Aaron Rodgers will be going on to talk about it, but that was that report. Let me see if there's anything else going on here. $50 million a year, Aaron Rodgers. There is this piece of news. We have, let's see, I can throw it on screen here. And there are some people saying, like, this is kind of coming, and I'm seeing it a lot, so I'm wondering if there's any merit to it, guys. Let me see. No, never. There's some people saying that isn't official yet, but it is. There's too many people reporting on it. People are trying to spread fake news already. But a lot of people are trying to make some drama out of this. Here's this piece of news here. I actually retweeted or commented on some of these reports here, so I'm going to pull it on screen and read it to you. This one right here. The Bucks are franchise tagging Chris Godwin. This actually isn't official yet. Rappaport had to not pull this back, but he had to amend it and say that this is assuming they don't reach a deal by the end of the day or the end of the evening. So the Bucks will be franchise tagging Chris Godwin if they don't come to a long-term agreement by tonight. And I wrote this on Rappaport's post after I said ACL recovery with a emoji. Good move for Godwin so he keeps it simple and focuses on rehab. Temper expectations fantasy-wise. So everybody needs to be a little bit cautious is what I'm trying to tell you. because he's not going to have an explosive, amazingly, elite wide receiver one season. He's just not. Not coming off an ACL tear. He's just not. The Cowboys are franchise tagging tight end Dalton Schultz. Source said, keeping another playmaker in the fold. Coming off his best season, Schultz is now locked in for 2022 with a long-term deal. They're hoping to sign him to a long-term deal. And then I wrote here, smart move by Dallas. Top 5 tight end with Amari Cooper likely being released. Gallup and Wilson are the projected wide receiver 2-3. It's CeeDee Lamb's and Dalton Schultz seasons. And believe it or not, I got a lot of pushback on Twitter. Twitter's a hateful place. It's becoming so negative. You post anything, and people will come for you. Let me just make an example of this. Okay. One thing you don't do is report fake breaking news in the live stream. One thing you don't do is report. So, Doug, you're in timeout. You don't report fake break news. Murray gets paid breaking news. Doug, you're in timeout. We're in a breaking news show. People actually run and do things based on people reporting stuff in the chat, so you're in timeout. Don't do that. Don't do it again. Dalton Schultz, I was getting pushback on the Schultz stuff. Like people were saying, in what world do you live in where Dalton Schultz is a top 5 tight end? And I said, in the 2021 world where he finished number 3. Like, I got so much pushback on this. How can he be top 5, Smitty? Are you a moron? Twitter is such a hateful place. They're like, you moron. How did you do this? Blah, blah, blah. Because he was number 3. It's okay, Terry. I don't mind if you don't do it when people say that. You could just warn them. You don't have to put them in timeout. But I wanted Doug to stop. Media, I've been saying that all stream long Trubisky to the Steelers. I don't know. We'll see. Media, you're about to be put in timeout by saying not top 5. He was number 3 last year. Okay? Media is about to go in timeout. Media, you want to go in timeout, media? You want to go in timeout? The pushback I got on that was hilarious. People were like, top 5, where? How do you figure? Because he was 3 last year. Because he finished number 3 out of all tight ends in 2021. I know I'm a little off base calling him top 5. I'm sorry I'm not calling him number 3. He was number 3. Look, you take away Amari Cooper. Dak Prescott throws more touchdown passes than Dalton Schultz in 2022. You've got Gallup likely to sign an extension, and that's tying up their money. They're not going after another wide receiver. It's CeeDee Lamb, it's Wilson, and then it's Gallup. That means Schultz is going to get a lot more looks. And while you could say Waller could be 5, I mean, guys, we're splitting hairs. Like the tight ends 4 through 6. The tight ends 4 through 6 are very, 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 very close. It could be within 10 points. Oh, yeah, Michael. I told Michael that he'd get isn't that what our bet was? Where do I cash in my free Sleeper U membership? He gets a free lifetime No, not. Was it lifetime? Or was it a single year membership? Somebody tell me what we did with Michael, because I don't know if Michael, did you say you were going to get the lifetime or the yearly one? I don't know. Be honest too, please, because I'll find it. I'll go back and find it. Dak is washed though. No, he's not. Matt, he's not. He can't be washed yet. He's not washed, pal. I mean, he struggles. Like, he makes bad decisions. He's not a top 2 or 3 quarterback. But Dak's not washed. He's very young. Can't be washed yet. Okay, you're sure it's lifetime? Okay, email me right now. Let me know what you did it when you did it. Email me right now, pal, and let me know when you did it. Didn't Cup come off a torn ACL? Yeah, but it wasn't his first year. He recovered from it, had a year, did fairly well, but then he was able to rebound. You could definitely rebound from a torn ACL, but you're not coming back the first year and having an elite top 5 season. Go to sleeperu.com. Sleeper, the letter U.com, Michael. The Rappaport tweet you have up is fake. Aaron Rodgers talked to Pat this morning and wants a cap-friendly deal. We'll see, Michael. I'll be back on a live stream if that's true. We'll be going live again. Where are we at? All right, Michael, send it. Tell me when it's sent, bro. Trust me, Smitty. Watch the regression this year, and his injuries are taking a toll. I don't think he's washed though, bro. That's a little bit. I think is he not as good, I think, as people might have thought he was going to be coming off the year prior to the ankle injury. But, he struggled bad. That's no joke. And will he ever be a top 2 or 3 or 4 quarterback? A lot of people thought he could climb that high because he scored that big before the ankle injury. But, no, I don't think he's a top 5 quarterback. But I don't think he's washed. I think he stays relevant for many years. But is he going to win a Super Bowl? I don't know. Will he feed CeeDee Lamb? I think he can. He's capable of it, but he's also capable of looking bad. But he also came off that ankle injury his first year. Like, I think he deserves a little slack to get healthy. Jimmy G to Denver? God, I hope not. Oh, God, I hope not. It would be better than some scenarios, but I hope Denver reaches bigger than that. I hope Denver goes after Watson hardcore, or they trade up to the number 2 pick to get Malik Willis. Malik Willis will crush Jimmy G in his first rookie season. Rookies are different these days. People need to get over this rookie stuff. Oh, they're a rookie. They're going to have their bumps. Look, Malik Willis will come in and look great. He'll do fantastic in that offense. Will he have some ups and downs? Sure. What quarterback doesn't? Every quarterback does. Even veterans have ups and downs during any given season. Malik Willis will be phenomenally better than Jimmy G. Jimmy G, A, probably won't stay healthy. B, he's got a lot of wins to his name, but he's also had a team that's carried him the entire way. We don't really know what Jimmy G is going to look like separated. Praying Denver goes hard for Wilson. I do too. I don't think Wilson's moving though. Because think about it, Matt. I agree with you when I want it, but think about it. They're not going to trade Wilson if they don't have a replacement. Like, they're only going to trade Wilson if they're getting maybe a quarterback or they've got another trade lined up. They're not trading Wilson, and then what are they going to have at quarterback? You know what I mean? Like, it has to be something that makes sense. That won't unless they make another trade or they have another trade lined up, which is highly unlikely and be very improbable of working out. Michael, hurry up, pal. Washington already called and they said no. Okay. Yeah, Washington also called for Patrick Mahomes. Ring, ring. Yeah, Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, this is Washington. You may have heard of us. We're formerly the football team. We're almost the presidents now. We're the commanders. We command that you give us Patrick Mahomes and we'll give you 3 first rounders. Who is this? Hang up the phone. Football fan. What's up, pal? So the $200 million is 1,000% wrong. Rodgers said they haven't signed a contract per McAfee. Show the money amount is way out. Yeah, maybe it is true, football fan. I don't know. There have been a couple people saying that. I've got a couple DMs. My Instagram DM box, my text messages are going nuts. I haven't been able to read half of them. A lot of people are saying that. I don't know if it's true. I don't know until we see a confirming report that says that it was prematurely announced. If it is, Rappaport and Schefter have some explaining to do. If that is the case, that will be the biggest debacle reporting we've seen in a long time. No, McAfee tweeted out. It says right here, from Pat McAfee's Twitter account. Aaron Rodgers reached out to me this morning to let me know he will officially be returning to the Green Bay Packers. So McAfee's already confirmed it. So that's fake news. Fake news. There will be no live stream to update this to say that it was wrong, because even that report confirms it. So it is a done deal. Maybe the numbers are slightly off. Who knows? A lot of people are speculating. But it sounds like it's going to be a $200 million deal. My question was 4 years. Like when I read 4 years, $200 million, it was supposed to be $200 million for 2 years. So I don't know why it's saying 4 years. Like right here, even on the screen, he's getting paid $50 million a year. Or yeah, so $200 million. It makes sense then. Never mind. Yeah, I guess 4 years. I'm sorry. What I thought it was going to be was $100 million is what I meant to say. $100 million guaranteed for 2 years, and it's saying $200 million for 4. I don't really know if I believe the 4-year $200 million as much as anything else. Like if I was to say anything is off, I would say that it's going to be 3 years or 2 years or something like that. But I don't think it's off. It's probably not off. Rodgers said, I was offered that, but talking to the team to do a team-friendly deal, so going to be a problem. He signed with the Packers, but there's no dollar amount. Okay. He said he's taking a pay cut. We can add more free agents. Okay. See, the guy gets ripped on, and he's such a team player. I love Aaron Rodgers. So we'll see if these numbers make sense. I don't know. $200 million seems crazy. I wouldn't shock me if it was a 2-year deal. I'm just saying. 200 deals, $100 million, $50 million a year, or even $55 million a year for 2 years, or however they can make it to work. I could see him getting 100 to 110 guaranteed instead of 153. 153 guaranteed sounds kind of strange. Yeah, more bonuses, less cap hit. Exactly what I'm thinking, pal. Okay, guys, that's going to do it. I'll see you guys all at 7 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully nothing crazy happens between now and then, because I would prefer to do... I love talking with you guys. I love hanging out with you guys, but I would prefer to do 2 live streams today and not 5. Because I got to get some stuff done, right? Right? Okay, appreciate you all. See you at 7 p.m. Eastern. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Please punch the thumbs up. Pulverize that thumbs up button on your way out the door. Just smash it. Just annihilate it. Hit it. We still got 52. We were over 100 earlier. We got 52 people in here. Pulverize that like button. Smash it. Michael, I'll look for your email. You sent it through sleeperu.com, right? I don't see it yet, bro. I will see you all at 7 p.m. Eastern. Congratulations, Aaron Rodgers. Congratulations, Devontae Adams owners. Very, very good news. Leave a comment after the video ends. Later.